All right, man. That time bees flying in the morning, man. Time be going like flying like a mofo. But let's cook, man. So what's so funny is people like, I think Teddy Atlas brought it up, right? That Canelo get favoritism from the judges and the commission and all that type of shit, right? So there's some Mexicans, especially some content creators, Mexican content creators, that got mad. And it's, basically Mexicans saying, well, Teddy Atlas is trying to paint a narrative. There's no narrative to be painted. It's an actual fact. You know what I'm saying? There's an actual fact that Canelo gets favoritism. Now, what's so funny about Mexicans, and just, a lot of different fan bases, like extremists, whether it's individual, they like to like when something like this is where like the local dummy box community takes their cue from. Like if something bad happened to one of the fighters they support or they lose, they ignore it like it didn't happen or they make excuses. You know what I'm saying? That's how Mexicans move. But the one thing that I do respect about their fan base, especially their older fan base, as long as he left his balls and his heart in the ring, you know what I'm saying? They still like they with him. They don't just say, oh, he lost, it's time for him to retire. Like necessarily black fans don't do that. It's like it's the narrative that's being pushed on the black community. Like, oh, he lose, he need to retire and this, that, and the third. You like, well, Hector then lost 3 straight. I mean, and he get to still, get money and all this other type of shit. So it's a lot of like on a Drewski video I did that y'all will see at some point if y'all ain't seen it already or it's already been put up. It's a lot of booby traps that's set in the black community, man. You know what I'm saying? But we can't ignore the fact that he gets favoritism. It is what it is. Beeble beat him at least 10-2, 9-3 at the best. And if Beeble lost the last round, it would have been a draw. Nobody in their right mind thought Canelo beat Beeble or it was even close. Mayweather schooled him for 12 straight rounds, didn't drop a round. It should have been 12 zip on every scorecard. What happened? CJ Ross scored it a draw. I think Tim Cheatherman is the one that Teddy Atlas brought up. You know what I'm saying? That, he's a janky judge. I don't know if it was him or somebody else had Tim Tszyu beating Sebastian Fondor in the rematch before the stoppage. Like, come on. We know, boxers was paid to take dives. We know the commissions was paid off and all that shit. We get it. People who understand the history of boxing and sports, we understand it. But to act like he don't get no favoritism, you paint a narrative, it's no narrative being painted. It's a fucking fact. Had he don't have orange hair and have cinnamon freckles, I don't even think he may be a world champion, bro. His first title fight was at a catchweight. This dude legitimately got caught cheating, and then they changed the bar for Combuterol for how much you can take. Do you know how much Combuterol and how much meat you got to eat to get Combuterol, in your system? It's a lot. It's a lot. So he gets favoritism. We know that. Some people feel like he jobbed Lara on the scorecards. Some people feel like the Austin Trout open scoring was they jobbed him with the open score. Some people feel like Triple G got jobbed in the first and the second fight. So what are we talking about? Like I said, if he was a regular looking Mexican, he was a regular looking fucking black American, he'd had 20 losses. Let's call it what it is. He'd have about 20 losses. Like every big fight he been at, there's never been any separation. Especially unless it was some dude making some monster weight jump like Jermell Charlo. There's not been a huge separation. Austin Trout, it wasn't no huge separation. Austin Trout had to fight out of character because they was robbing him on the scorecards and they had open scoring. But before he heard the scores and how far he's behind and had to be aggressive, he was outboxing Canelo a lot of that fight was damn near even. The Lara fight, a lot of people felt like I thought it was a draw. A lot of people felt like he lost to Lara. Some people had their reservations about, The Miguel Cotto fight. Some people think that was a little bit fishy. The Danny Jacobs fight was slim to none. That was closer than it should have been. The Triple G fights, the Kovalev fight. A lot of people, the word on the street was he was taking a dive before that fight happened. I'm just saying what it was. That's what it was. So, like us to say Teddy painted a narrative where there's a narrative no, he's a pampered fighter. You know, think about how big Canelo is. No Diddy, no Harvey Weinstein, no Kevin Spacey. How crazy it is for Canelo Alvarez is that they literally allowed the UFC to get out of their contract for one fight to do a fight in the Spear out of this MGM contract to allow Canelo to fight. I think it was Edgar Berlanga. That's how much money he generates. Always follow the money. The NBA ain't no different. They don't want parity. Because when you get parity like the Pacers and the Thunder, the ratings get down. The Bucks and the Suns, the ratings get down. They give people what they want. You think it's free reign, or you think it's on the up and up, but no, it's all structured. It's all sports is cheating. It's all politics. It's all politics. Because the target demographic that they have, the targeted demographic that they have is casuals. Casuals. That's the targeted demographic. It's casuals. So casuals don't care nothing about, small market teams or what's right and what's wrong. They casuals. So that's why I'm kind of falling out of love with sports, is because I done seen it's all politics and it's all fake. All this shit is WWE. Like I said, if it was on the up and up and everything, and Canelo didn't have favoritism, I don't even think he'd be a world champion in this era. Being real. He might get a title, but man, I guess they gave him his first title at a catchweight versus Matthew Hatton. He fought Ryan Rose, I believe, after that. So of course, when you got a 3-point cushion and the judges and the commission and Vegas behind you, you can fight with comfortability. And if you're the opponent, knowing that, hey man, if I don't get off to a fast start, if I make a mistake, you know what I'm saying? If I let him get on the front foot and look like he landing punches, I'm going to lose. Like, you got to be perfect to beat him. Not because he's any good. You got to be perfect to beat him because he got the system behind him. But if it's any people that can beat, anybody can beat him and defy the odds, it's Terrence Crawford. Didn't want to give him a catchweight. Didn't want to give him rehydration cloth. He don't want to do shit. He don't want to do shit. He don't want to take this fight. But he took this fight because he didn't want to take the David Benavidez fight. Mayweather has been damn near, per se perfect in fights. I feel like he was perfect in the Canelo fight. Washed him. Shouldn't have lost a round. No round did he won in that fight. Can't pick a moment the nigga won. And then the scorecards don't even reflect that. Crawford has been dominant in a lot of his fights, so he's shown perfection. Oh, who did he fight? And they always throw that type of, that just means you're a fucking casual. Because, every name that Canelo fight, it had a caveat in there, or that motherfucker was cheating with the commission, or literally cheating. Come on, let's keep it real. Every major fight has some controversy behind it. And I don't consider Munguia and Berlanga major fights. Those are fucking cherry picks. Ryder, Callum Smith, Billy Ho, Caleb Plant, whatever. We all know if Benavidez didn't lose his title, which that's his fault, Canelo never would have won being undisputed at super middleweight. And part of him stripping Dimitri Bivol was paying Benavidez back for allowing Canelo to be super middleweight undisputed and not ordering that fight. We know it. We know it. We know it. So they can act like it ain't been that way. If he was a regular Mexican fighter, a regular American fighter, dude, nigga be lucky to have one world title. And that's just how I feel. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.